Welcome to Tips for Tracking. My first tip is to plan your meals for the next day the night before. You can do this while you watch TV, on a commercial break, or before bed while you wait for your partner to brush their teeth. Planning your meals the night before makes it much easier to pack your lunch bag for work in the morning, and can take some of the stress away from what's probably already a rushed morning, especially if you have kids, school, or work early. Planning the night before helps you think about your meals and what really fills you up. Trying to track on the go leaves us more prone to making decisions that sound good in the moment, but don't set us up well for the rest of the day. Planning your food the night before can also help you fit treats into your day because you have more time to play around with your meals and serving sizes to fit something you want in between all the foods that you need. Tip number 2, prioritize protein. When tracking your food, whether for general health, weight loss, or muscle gain, calories matter most, but protein can easily take your tracking and body composition to the next level. Protein helps us build and maintain muscle, something that's important no matter what your goal. A simple idea is to make sure you get your protein needs in first, and then let your carbs and fat fall where they may, so long as calories are accounted for. Tip number 3, you don't need to be perfect. Perfection is not what we're after here. If you're just starting out with logging your intake, trying to be spot on and hit your macros perfectly is just too much stress, and it's not necessary. Aim to be within 100 calories of your calorie goal either direction. If your calorie goal for the day is 2,000 calories, aim to eat anywhere between 1,900 and 2,100, for example. Give yourself 5 grams of wiggle room for protein and carbs and 1 to 2 grams of wiggle room for fat. You can also simplify this to just being sure your protein is within 5 grams of your goal either direction, and letting your carbs and fat fall as they may within your calorie goal, which again has 100 calories of wiggle room each direction. Tip number 4, log special treats first. If you really want something fun to eat, like some ice cream, enter that into MyFitnessPal first and then adjust the rest of your day around that. You should still prioritize protein, but once your treat is entered, you can play around with the serving sizes of the other carbs and fats you'll be eating to make sure your treat still fits. For instance, instead of having a whole cup of rice at lunch, try just a half cup, since you'll be eating more carbs later in the form of ice cream. Logging your treat first helps ensure you don't go over your calorie goal for the day. Tip number 5, create your own meal plan. Find foods and meals that taste good to you, fill you up, help you meet your calorie and protein goals. Use this as a sort of meal plan that you're not necessarily bound to, but you can fall back on when you don't really know what else to do. Creating your own meal plan is empowering. You're much more likely to stick with a meal plan you've created for yourself than a meal plan someone else has created for you, because you know you best, and that includes your likes, dislikes, and habits. Having a skeleton-like meal plan can also help you learn the different macronutrient distributions of different foods more easily, because you'll become so familiar with the foods you're eating.